Windows Copilot, an AI assistant built directly into your Windows desktop. Started in a browser, now we're here. And there's some really good stuff in here, and frankly, some stuff here that's pretty rough. So let's run through what's up, what's down, what the f is Microsoft doing now watching my every single thing on my desktop, and what security steps do I need to take to make that not be a problem, and what's next? What should we be excited about? What's like just around the corner? Woohoo! So what's up? We now all have access to this guy. A panel on the right-hand side of your screen. You'll have a little button down at the bottom on your taskbar. That button pops it out, or you can hit Windows key C. Now to get Windows Copilot today, it's possible you may have to enable a Windows update setting. There's a little toggle, this option, it gets you the latest updates as soon as they're available. This doesn't impact the timing of security updates, it just accelerates the rollout to you. Now, if you're an IT professional, this can be disabled, and it is worth explaining to your team the right and wrong ways to use this, or just link them the video, you know?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, first let's go through how to use Windows Copilot. And spoiler alert, if you've already used Bing Chat, it's basically that with a couple more things bolted on. But the main upside is gonna be right there where you work. It's gonna be easier to get people to try it out who haven't yet. And the future stuff Microsoft could roll out with this could get really, really wild. We'll touch on that at the end of the video. Now, the new stuff that this will do. Rapid fire. Snap your windows.
Okay.
Change your volume.
My ears.
Enable Bluetooth. Open some apps.
Word up.
A few moments later.
Okay, maybe not. Change between light and dark mode.
No, it isn't.
Start a focus session.
Open or close.
Change your wallpaper. Just open the settings panel. And do stuff with copied images. Frankly, the most useful stuff in Windows Copilot is still what the most useful stuff in Bing Chat was. Drafting emails, doing research for you on the web, that sort of thing. And while Bing Chat still feels like a half-baked version of ChatGPT, it's still worth having your team get familiar with it. And I'm gonna give you a bunch of actually, like, kind of funny suggestions to get the ball rolling. Create a table that helps me plan meals for the next 2 weeks. I'm thinking of making a career change. Can you help me go through the pros and cons? I need a gift for my friend who likes to hike in cold weather. Write a joke that a toddler would find hilarious. Okay, so Lightning McQueen and a priest walk into a bar. Should I buy a road bike or a mountain bike if I want to exercise? Okay, so that's what's up, but what's down? Let's talk about, okay, there's actually a lot is down. Today, and disclaimer, this is the worst it'll ever be. I sure hope it gets better. Because right now, honestly, it's kind of brutal and may actually scare people away from using chat assistants. For example, I can't for the life of me get it to summarize text on screen. They say that that's a thing that it'll do, but 3 times I tried to get it to summarize an IRS article. The first time it provided a review of The Matrix, the second a guide about how to use the Windows terminal, and the third was an article from the New York Times about how the US military failed to stop Al-Qaeda. I don't know. Now you can give Copilot permission to see into your Edge browser. Under settings, it is hilariously the one setting that there is. But even with that, using Edge, I couldn't get it to see what was actually in there. And it's all kind of a bummer because you know what I'd really like to have on the right-hand side here? ChatGPT, Claude, chatbots that are a whole lot better than Bing Chat. Which leads us to, who the f told Microsoft they could spy on everything on my desktop? And frankly, this isn't as big of an issue as I thought it would be before release. Not because the intent isn't there, but because it's just so bad that I'm not sure that it actually can see anything that's on my desktop yet. But what if it does get better next week, right? And it can see all the sensitive client stuff I've got on my screen. A prompt as simple as, what's this thing on screen, could potentially send all that information back to the language model, right? And this is where they've got some work to do to make this actually helpful for business users. One of the things we're gonna talk about up next and what's to come. But remember the Windows antitrust stuff in like the late 90s that stemmed from Microsoft bundling Internet Explorer into Windows, making it hard to use other browsers? And if I'm literally any other chatbot company right now, I'm pretty annoyed that users are going to have that Copilot crammed down their throats when there's way better options out there. Arguably the best feature of Bing Chat right now is that it has access to OpenAI's newest image generation model, DALL-E 3, which means that now I can create fantastic images directly from Bing Chat. But they're already making it weird by asking if I want to speed up image generation by, quote, using Microsoft rewards to redeem additional boosts. What? Excuse me? Microsoft has been given the most unbelievable gift, this OpenAI investment that they made, Nobody saw ChatGPT blowing up. They've now built the entire company around AI development. Think about where Microsoft was 12 months ago, pre-ChatGPT. Isn't that wild? Your dad's legacy brand that was living off of decades of enterprise advantage. To today, Microsoft being like at the forefront of all things AI, all the hype around Microsoft 365 Copilot, the razzle dazzle videos, and the only thing they have to show for it today, Bing Chat. And it just sucks. I wanted this to be a mega hype video to get your whole team like plugged into a super helpful AI assistant. But I cannot in good faith do that because right now it's just so bad. Now, obviously, as with all things AI, this is the worst it will ever be. And nobody wants it to be really, really good as much as me, but it isn't there yet. But enough whinging. Let's take this in a constructive direction to what's next. What is the better version of this that in the next 12 months could make us way more productive? 3 really exciting things I want to talk about. 1, Bing Chat Enterprise support. You may not realize this, but right now if you're on Microsoft 365, you probably have access to Bing Chat Enterprise, a totally secure version of Bing Chat that keeps all of your usage data within your organization and doesn't train the model. Haha, finally, an AI chatbot you can presumably put client data into, right? Right?
Yeah.
After all, it is your AI-powered chat with commercial data protection. So, I mean, we should be able to, right? If only I had an advisor that could tell me what I could actually do. Like Tech Guru. Roll the ad music, baby. Tech Guru is an IT group for accounting firms like you little snowflake. They know it probably isn't the greatest thing if an AI chatbot scrapes all of your client-sensitive Lucky Charms off your screen and chucks them into the gaping maw of some large language model. And most of us right now are still really grappling with like what is the right way to enable AI access for your team? What's inbounds, what's out of bounds? I know, it keeps changing. And if you still don't know, buddy, it's because you don't have the right IT support. Let's talk about it. Tech Guru? Oh, they understand accounting firms because it's all that they do. They understand your busy season, your slow season, and they'll build an annual strategy cadence that adapts to the curves and contours of your own firm. When your stanky old tax software breaks, good news, they've seen it before. They know what that program is. You're not gonna pay somebody to come in for 6 hours just to figure out how the heck this old dumpster fire works. They've been there. They bought the t-shirt. They've seen other people rip the t-shirt and they fixed it themselves. And learn more about Tech Guru and their 3 S's approach? Check out the link in the video description. Now, to drive that home, Bing Chat Enterprise. Like Bing Chat, still pretty rough around the edges, but when Bing Chat Enterprise is supported in Windows Copilot, a mega secure desktop chat experience, I am into that, buddy. That is great. Now, number 2 thing I really wanna see, Power Automate RPA support. And that is a mouthful, I know. Microsoft today has the most accessible RPA offering. That is Robotic Process Automation, a tool that automates your desktop by clicking around and typing stuff the same way a human user would. This was the tech like 4 years ago that was gonna end the accounting profession. And for certain accountant workflows today, RPA is the only way what we do can be automated, particularly US tax workflows, because we're working with so much effectively desktop-based tax software. And eventually giving your Windows Copilot the power to click and type on your screen, that's gonna get really exciting, particularly once it's got number 3, eyeballs, better eyes. That is the ability to see what's happening on your desktop. Now, GPT-4, OpenAI's latest AI model, has unbelievably good vision capabilities. It's now being rolled out to ChatGPT Plus users. It can see every little user interface element on your screen. And what I really want is to be able to chat with Windows Copilot and instruct it to complete tasks on screen. In past videos, we've talked about HyperWrite's personal assistant agent, an autonomous AI agent that works in your browser to complete tasks behind the scenes. This is what I ultimately want on desktop. The ability to automate things on screen, discuss with the chatbot what needs to be done and teach it to remember certain workflows. Oh, buddy. Over the next 36 months, this will be the biggest change to how all accountants work. The ability to instruct AI agents to complete tasks for you in your browser and on your desktop. It's really exciting. But today, buddy, Windows Copilot ain't it. Okay, I've got a playlist where I'm collecting like the most practical, like today AI tech, stuff that's helpful that you can share with your team. That's actually really, really good. I'm gonna link it up here and we'll keep this stuff coming so that when it changes, because it will change, we'll highlight the very coolest applications for people like you.
Can't wait for that. Can't come soon enough. Oh. Is this a subscribe button? Let me just click this subscribe here.